Hey now, what's up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I am here to review Jaws 2. Yes, as you can see, this is a part of the 3-movie collection, only the sequels. Jaws 2 is a 1978 film that is not directed by Steven Spielberg. No, he decided not to come back for certain reasons. This time it's directed by Janot Swark? I don't know. The plot is we see Roy Scheider once again as Martin Brody. He's the chief of police at this town. And it's been a few years since that last great white shark that attacked their beach. But there's another one. Yes, another one is back to wreak havoc and kill people once again. So this time Brody has to not only stop the shark, but save his kids as well. Now, what I think of Jaws 2 is this movie is just okay. Okay at best. Look, it's hard. I know it's hard. Realistically, it makes sense why the studios were so hell-bent on making another Jaws movie. The first one was so financially successful that logically, of course you're going to make another one. But so many people did not want this movie or really care about being a part of this movie. Obviously, Steven Spielberg, he felt like he made the perfect shark movie. And he did. He thought there's no reason to continue this story or try again. He, in a lot of ways, was right. But even Roy Scheider, who plays Brody, did not want to come back for this. He only came back because of an obligation to Universal, to where they basically said, hey, you owe us another movie. And he's like, fuck! Now, he did get paid very handsomely for this movie, so there's that. But on the set of this film, Roy Scheider was so argumentative, such in a pissed off mood with the director. It was a nightmare. I mean, I know the first movie had issues in production, but this sounds like these two got into a fist fight. But it is what it is. I think he does his best as far as trying to portray Brody as a guy who he thinks that there's something out there. Like the scene where he's at the beach and he thinks he sees a shark. He goes out there and he's shooting at it and everybody's going crazy. The town committee, though, is pissed off that he did that, and they fire him. And then he goes off and he starts drinking, and luckily this isn't a lot of the movie, but it does happen. So he does have sort of a character arc there. Now, you have the side plot of his son, Mike Brody, who's 17 years old. And normally when you have the father-son relationship and the father is being hard on the son and he wants to go out and do this and that could be annoying, especially with the teenager. They might come off as a dick or just annoying as fuck, and you're like, no, your father knows best. But to be honest, this actor who played Mike, the 17-year-old, I was okay with him. He seemed like he respected his father. He seemed like he understood where his father was coming from. It's just he liked this girl. He wanted to impress her. He wanted to show her his boat and go out in the water and do a bunch of stuff. So I understood where he was coming from. He wasn't a dick. He wasn't annoying. I was okay with him sneaking out of the house, even though he brought his little brother with him. But to be fair, the little brother was blackmailing him to tell the parents, so there's that. But let's talk about the shark. Enough with the family drama, enough with this and that. Let's talk about the shark, because the shark is kind of sort of what you're here to see. Now, technically this budget is bigger. It's like 3 times the size of the budget of the first movie. But to be honest, the shark wasn't really anything special. At the beginning, where you see the shark, of course, they're showing you more of the shark because the mystery is already gone. You've already seen how big, bad, and brutal the shark can be in the first film. So this one is showing you it. And at the beginning, I thought that the shark looked kind of generic or just smaller. Not as scary, not as impressive. I don't know if they were using real shots of a shark, a real shark. But then when you get to the point where you see the mechanical shark, like the actual robot practical shark, I also wasn't that impressed. I mean, it didn't look better. The first movie looked like a better shark, and I don't know how that happens. I mean, I know the first one's a classic. Yes, all of that is true. But budget-wise, money-wise, that should not be the case. If you have more money here, then show me it. Now look, they did do this thing where the shark attacked these two girls, and one of the girls, like a fucking idiot, tries to pour gasoline on the shark. But in doing so, she pours the gasoline all over herself, lights it on fire, and blows the boat up and kills herself. I'm like, you dumb bitch. You deserved it. But the shark did have this kind of a badass scar on his face. Like, he looked like Harvey Two-Face, kind of. Like, that's a cool idea to give the shark, like a distinct scar on him. A distinct, almost, personality about him. So, I like that idea, but then when you see it, like when you see the shark full on and it has the scar, but then you could tell the teeth are rubber, I don't know. Bad practical effects, I will say, is still better than bad CGI, so I won't completely fault it. But I do like the element of Brody having to go out there and physically like save his kids because they're stranded out there. Some of the acting of the kids was pretty good with like them being terrified of the shark coming at them. So there's good moments there. I guess I wasn't as invested in the story with these characters. I mean, sure, Brody's our main character. You like him. But I'm missing Richard Dreyfuss's character, for example, or Quint, who, for obvious reasons, isn't here. But still, you're missing the multi-characters that are together and their interaction. It's really the characters that you care about. Anything can just be a mad, crazy shark eating people. John Williams, the score, is still here. He came back for it. Nothing too overly different or special, I guess, but you're going to keep that same theme from the original, of course. I just think that sums up this movie, really, is that it's not bad, it's not terrible, but it's also nothing special. It's also pretty forgettable in some aspects. I wish I liked it more. I do. I want to like it more. I can't. I can't bring myself to like it more. You can't touch that original. You can't touch the classic. You can't do it. And they knew they couldn't do it, but yet they still tried. So ultimately, it's an okay movie, but okay at best. So guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Jaws 2? Do you agree or do you disagree? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!
Please won't you save my desires on fire? Sometimes you need a little piece.